Hi guys. Trying to last minute desperately get these props that we need for our video shoot wrapped up. We were originally going to leave tomorrow morning, but I think I decided we need to delay it a day to give us time to make sure we've planned adequately, because it would really be annoying to spend thousands of dollars and 2 weeks plus off of work and then, you know, end up with crappy footage that we didn't plan adequately for had we spent the extra time. So that's what's happening. We may get to make 1 or 2 less stops than I had hoped, but
wait, 1 or 2 less stops? Gosh
yeah.
Darn it. Is there anything cool in Oregon we need to not stop at?
There's actually a lot of super cool stuff in Oregon we're going to stop at that I didn't know about until one of my friends, like, brothers or something, clued me into them. So I got all these tape, medical tape, sports tape, I don't even know what it is. You know, it's this kind of stretchy, self-sticking stuff. And I had hoped, like, from the picture, I thought I would have a giant roll of this, and it turns out I have a tiny bit, because this is like the perfect color for what I need, because we need to have this all one solid color, and we want to have it also be not shiny at all, because the shinier it is, it's going to have highlights, and that's going to make it hard to key out in our special effects software. So yeah, I spent today, well, I mean, except for work, after work on the way home, I was going to pharmacies? Is that drugstores?
Some tape.
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Color.
Hey Van, Mordek, welcome. What was I saying? Oh, right. So this seems like the perfect material to cover it with, because the texture on it is such that it helps to minimize bright highlights, and it's got a good amount of kind of noise in the texture, so that just, it breaks up both highlights and shadows, is what I'm hoping to accomplish.
Will you wrap the whole thing, or just the actual bars?
Well, the whole thing, all of this is going to be basically green screened out and have the crazy effect. So we're going to put this stuff, right now I'm just using these colors that I don't care about, to get a base layer down, and then I'll be using the only color I could find a lot of was this like ugly Caucasian flesh color. So that's ugly what we'll put. So that's what we'll put over, and then we'll use green spray paint to color it. That is my hope. Man, I was up till 6 a.m. this morning, partially because I had to finish a commission for oh, that's right, I can't talk about it. A commission, and I needed to get like that sent off before I left on vacation, and I need to finish these props. So yeah, last night I came home from work, and then I just went straight working on this, and then this ended up taking me till after midnight, and then I went and started working on the ZBrush commission, And that took me until 6 in the morning. Good times. Nice.
Oddly satisfying work.
Is it?
Yeah, if I could have this job in real life and got paid millions of dollars to do it, I would do it.
It's every kid dreams to grow up to be a rapper.
Hey, my name is White Noise. That's my rap name.
White Noise.
That's your rap name.
That's a good one.
Maybe White Thunder would be another good one.
I like Noise.
Well, what's yours then? Daddy Power?
Yeah, definitely. Who's your daddy?
Daddy's Home. It's from How I Met Your Mother. And also the movie. So, with the green screen, how intense is the green screening going to be? Because I actually have never green screened really in my life, so.
Well, we're not. It's not technically green. Well, I guess it is. So basically,
Give another one. Could it be any color?
yeah, it doesn't matter on this bottom layer. So the idea is you have your footage, and you're in After Effects, and you use the selection tool, it's a little eyedropper, and you select a color and say, okay, this is going to be a mask.
Chroma key, right?
Yeah. And so wherever that color appears on the frame, it will allow you to put anything else there. And so the idea is we would put some kind of cool video gamey glowy effect over these weapons to make them look like video game hologram.
Speaking of which, I need to look into that video copilot thing.
Yeah.
Make it work much easier. The most experience I have with green screening is green screening in Rust.
Green screen and Rust?
Yeah, you just gotta paint a sign green and
Never thought of doing it in the game.
Also, I found out how to do pretty nice lighting in Rust too, with metal pipes and like cell gates with a spotlight, and it makes nice lines. And,
That's how they always light, or often light, alien spaceships in Star Trek.
yeah. How do we
Shine
light
the
this? I
spotlight
don't know.
through
Let's
a
just
grate.
get some pipes. We're done. Does that be super neat? Or...
No, not this first go around. It's mostly just to, I mean, focus on the areas where it goes from really fat
Oh.
bar to thinner bar.
There's like the before and after effects and like those YouTube clips, those YouTube videos where it's like before, and then it shows a picture of Chris Pratt holding a weird head of a dinosaur, and then after it shows a dinosaur. Not Chris Pratt. I miss you from Parks and Rec. I don't know how anyone could take him seriously, honestly. I just keep imagining him as Andy from Parks and Recreation.
He hasn't done very many just strictly serious roles that I can think of. He was a Marine in that one, but he still, I feel like he still said some quirky things.
I haven't seen it yet. Passengers or whatever.
Yeah, it's a little more serious, but he's still kind of funny.
I mean, every actor's kind of funny. I can't think of any actor that's actually not funny in some way. Can you?
I don't think I've ever seen Kathy Bates be silly.
Who's Kathy Bates?
I'm sure she's the woman from, probably best known for Misery.
Oh, Misery. Oh, yeah. I mean, I laughed at some of her things in there. I don't know if it was supposed to be laughed at. It's gonna be really weird lugging these around.
Yeah. Oh, that's another. That reminds me. I want to make sure that we build them with, um,
Velcro.
well, some kind of hook so we can just hook it to our backpack when we're hiking. Especially for the shields, I want to be able to sling them over our backs.
David didn't give us an actual water camel pack. He just gave us a camel pack holder. So it's just
Oh, really?
water for it. Yeah.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Well, I guess we can stop by. If there's a place that sells it cheaper than REI.
How much is REI? $70?
Probably.
Yeah, or you just you just stick it in your backpack, right? And then you pop it out. Maybe I don't know if it actually really needs a backpack for it. I think it has a tubing and everything.
Isn't that the pack? I thought that's what you meant. Like, it's the bladder that you put the water into in the tube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need the backpack for that, though, do you?
Yeah, you just stick it right in our backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, more fun.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I really should have taken an inventory like last month when we got the stuff.
Well, I took an inventory. We have 2 microphones, whatever those
GPS
things are.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing we need to figure out before we leave.
Oh, I figured those out. Okay. Not the GPS. I figured out the walkie-talkies.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know that we'll use the walkie-talkies.
Honestly, the GPS is just a glorified phone.
No, because a phone you need a signal to be able to track your location. The point of a GPS is you don't need a cell tower.
Honestly, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Hopefully.
You'll have a sip of your pop, is that okay?
Sure.
Oh, thank you, Dad. Man, what's scrumptious? Pepsi. Brought to you by Pepsi.
Pepsiest of all Pepsis.
When you don't have Coke.
This is the least Pepsi of the Pepsis because it's diet and caffeine free. Because somebody didn't restock.
I don't know.
The Pepsi Zero.
Black one?
Coke Zero, Pepsi Max.
We need another one. We just need to cover the fat ends, right? Really?
Yeah, wherever it goes thick to thin, and wherever there's just like lumpy tape, you know, because it just helps to smooth it out.
How many people are watching?
We have 2.5 people watching right
Yay!
now. I'm sure they're utterly fascinated.
They're
Hi,
fascinated
Aletha.
by our conversation.
AJ Bucky's in the house, everyone.
Hello, aunt. Is she my aunt? What is she?
She's not really your aunt, because she's my cousin, so that would make
Second
her...
cousin.
No, that would be
My
her...
first cousin.
Wait. Are my cousins your second cousins? I don't think that... she is mostly human. At least half.
That smells bad. Smells like a raw meat.
Something smells like raw meat.
Smells like a raw burger.
Huh.
I'm so tempted to buy DayZ because they keep updating it now, and they just updated it to a new engine. We're trying to find hope in it again.
I don't remember what the difference between DayZ and Rust is.
DayZ is a zombie apocalypse survival hardcore game, and Rust is more of a get shot in the head by a 12-year-old game.
Are there no zombies in Rust?
No, there used to be. Now there's scientists and NPCs, but you can scuba dive, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yet another near end game thing I'll never get to do because I always die before. Need another one. What did you get?
This.
We need to wrap those.
Yep.
The big ones though.
Yeah, we have bigger tape for the rest.
Do you not smell that?
I keep smelling like
burgers.
I might be having a barbecue. The neighbor's daughter who works on Game of Thrones, so she's usually in Ireland. She just got back.
I should talk to her and ask if I can have a part in it.
Yeah, that's how that works. Hey, you do hair on Game of Thrones.
Hey, could you get me in the cinematography department?
Acting.
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't want to be an actor. I'd be a horrible actor for Game of Thrones. I'd crack too many jokes and get in trouble by the cast, probably. Arya would be like super serious at one point, and I'll just jump into the cast and photobomb the whole thing.
She's a pretty funny person, actually.
Arya?
Yeah.
She's the one that stabs everyone and cuts people into bits and then
No, I
feeds
mean,
them to
in real
brothers.
life, the actress.
I don't know. I mean, she's a young girl. No, she's not a young girl. I think she's like
Probably
20.
your age.
Yeah, I think she's like 20 actually. All I know is apparently people are attracted to her sexually. I'm like, what? That's weird.
Takes all kinds, I suppose.
I miss Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think the new season must be coming out soon.
I've even finished the last season of it.
Yeah.
You did?
It ended with
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert and spoiler alert
Arya
on
killed-
a boat together.
Arya killed Littlefinger, or did she? I wish when Littlefinger was born he was actually named Littlefinger, but it's just a nickname.
His fingers probably were little when he was born.
Let's call him Littlefinger. How about Little Toes? Are you stupid? Don't grow. I should have called Tyrion Lannister little boy or something.
Yeah, before I ever watched the show, I heard some of the characters' names, and I heard the name Littlefinger, and I assumed that was Tyrion's name. Because he's little.
I'm an imp, okay? I understand I'm an imp. How many of the big ones do we have?
I don't know, hopefully enough. I spent $40
On this?
on the other rolls that we have. So if they're not enough, it's going to be really disappointing. I think by the time all is said and done, I'll probably have spent like over $100. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like $150 on these ridiculous props.
How much have we spent all together? How high of a budget of a production is this?
I mean, it's practically a Spielberg movie, so.
Forgot, is Spielberg the one that does explosions and Transformers, or
No, it's Michael Bay. Spielberg does
a good
Indiana
action
Jones.
movies? Yeah, he does a good action movies generally. At least the last Indiana Jones is horrible. But
They're always serviceable. Always technically well executed.
I want to be a director or cinematographer, but I want to become like the Donald Glover. I want to be like him. I want to write, I want to direct, I want to act. All those things put together. But I don't want to sing or rap. I don't care about those.
And you're never gonna EGOT.
What's that? Oh, for the singing thing?
Remember on 30 Rock, Tracy Jordan was trying to EGOT. It's where you get an Emmy, a Grammy,
Has
an
anyone
Oscar,
actually
and
ever
a
done that in
Tony.
their life? Has anyone actually ever done that?
Yeah, I think like maybe three people have ever done
I think Donald Glover might actually do it, though. To be honest with you.
it. Wouldn't be surprised.
Donald Glover, if you're watching this, I love you.
I'm sure he is. I mean, we have 5 people watching now.
Donald
One of them
Glover.
is bound to be Donald Glover.
Has to be Donald Glover. I know how much he loves art production.
All right, you guys. Which one of you is Donald Glover? Write in now.
Just write, "This is America," and we'll know. This is America. Did you get the podcast yet? Vacation Land?
The book?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a podcast? Is there the audiobook?
Yeah, I got it.
Wait, there is?
Yeah.
By John Hodgman?
I believe so. I haven't looked at the details, but I assume since he read all his other books.
Oh, it doesn't continue in the series, though. Oh, I need more of his stuff, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It's just part. Is this good looking? Is this good enough? Oh, Dad. Just show it off how terrible it looks. Thanks.
Alright, let's see how much it's. Okay, so these.
We're gonna wrap the whole thing now?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the trick is to space it out as much as we can, I guess. Cover as much as possible.
Oh, it's gross feeling too. Feel that. That's disgusting.
Actually, let me see it for a second. Can we make it last longer by doing? Sure, there's only a little bit of overlap in each one.
Are we completely covering it, or is there a center to it or something, or like, are you gonna see our hand through it?
Yeah, you're gonna see the hand.
Are you gonna put plastic over it or something?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna cover up this spot right here? Or are you gonna cover
No,
up
it's
this
gonna.
color?
This is gonna be on the inside.
Oh, okay. But we can put effects over these things, though, right?
Yeah. So wherever the wrapping is, that's where you're going to have.
Yeah. Can I have some scissors, please? Oh, this one's less gross feeling. You want to cover everything, right?
Yep. So be as sparse as you need to with it. I guess try to make it so the seam is facing inside, not on the outside, which is going to be a little trickier, but it'll make it fewer artifacts to have to fix when we do the keying. AJ Bucky, these are the props that we're going to be using on our trip.
And our favorite rocket ship, the black car.
We're going to be running around shooting at space invaders. So like this is an arm cannon, and you have to imagine that all the wrapped part looks like a glowy lightsaber type looking effect. So it looks like holographic weapons on our arms. We also have shields. So it's almost like it reminds me a lot of LARPing stuff. So
Disgusting.
disgusting.
Hey, no offense to LARPing, okay? It's a fun game. But let's be honest here. It looks like a bunch of toddlers threw together some sticks and started hitting each other.
There's some nicer ones.
Yeah, I've seen some nice ones. Some of John's are pretty cool. I'm sure Donald Glover does it too. Isn't that right, Donald? Yeah, Donald.
I feel like he would probably admit to it if he did.
Yeah, I lied. I hope you do it in like a Troy kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like if things were. I'm trying to do an Ovid impression of Troy. I'm sure nobody on the screen knows what I'm talking about. But how many people are there? 5 viewers.
6.
6
You
viewers.
gained a viewer by talking about
Heck yeah.
about community. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. I don't really like his rapping, but I like the idea of it. I like the fact that he does it himself. He's an impressive guy. He's a motivational figure. Don't worry, Dad, you're my motivational figure too.
I'm really worried for a second there.
I know you really want to be affiliated with me.
In the movie, what happens is, while we're fighting the space invaders, parts of them break up. Well, not the space invaders, but the shield that we hide behind and the spaceship that we hope to get in, but then it gets blown up. Spoiler alert. The pieces break off, and then we use those pieces to make these weapons and shields.
So is it going to look like Tetris kind of a bit?
Sort of. Yeah, I mean,
So is it going to be glow? Can we like change the colors in it depending on like when it's hit? I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, it has a big X right here. You know, I think that.
yeah, we need to, because the shields get damaged when they get hit, and so
Oh, so we started off as blue, and then every time it gets hit, it
yeah,
gets
it
a
can
little
kind
bit
of change
shader
the
of
color
red.
or like get like staticky or do something like that.
You're gonna help me with this, right?
Which is needed.
I'm gonna put you my channel and your channel, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. And everyone's gonna watch it on your channel and then never go to my channel. Thanks, guys.
A bunch of jerks.
What a bunch of jerks. Almost as if they aren't required to do anything. Hey, I have feelings, okay? I feel like you're losing subs and also followers right now. Every time I speak.
Doubt it.
Or maybe you're gaining the teenage audience.
Yeah.
But do you really want them as an audience? No, you don't. I forgot, is like A words? Is the A word PG? Because Instructy used it, and that's a PG movie. Just curious.
Could be, but one thing I try to keep in mind is things like a funny story that happened to me today. So I was at the doctor in the waiting room and drawing on my sketchbook, like I always do. And this little boy runs up to me. He's probably 5-ish. And he's like super polite. He's like, "Excuse me, can I look at your drawings?"
And you burnt your textbook on fire?
Yeah, we lit it. And so I was just showing him all the illustrations in my sketchbook and telling him what they were and like asking him if he knew what certain thing. You know, he was young enough. When, you know, I showed him the lighthouse that I had made, and I was like, "Do you know what a lighthouse is?" And he was
Did the
like,
parents get offended?
I think their mom or whoever was in an appointment, so they were just unsupervised.
Oh boy,
in
Dad, you do not
Mhm.
do that. Especially with your hair and your beard or whatever. Dude, you do not look friendly.
Well, ironically, I ended up. Let's see. Oh, right. A nurse who had drawn my blood there earlier in the week came up to me. He was like, "Oh, hey," because he saw my drawing and was talking about like he's working on a book or whatever. And so I was showing him my stuff, and then showed the or I gave him a business card, because it's got my YouTube channel and stuff on there. And which reminds me, I need to get business cards with my Twitch channel now.
And get me business cards, Dad.
No.
Put my name on the side.
So he had lost the one that I gave him. So he came up to me and asked for another business card. So I gave it to him. And the little boy's sister had come up at that point. She looked, I don't know, maybe she was 10 years old, maybe 9 years old, somewhere around there. And they were both just looking at my pictures and commenting, being very breathless. Oh, wow, that sort of thing. It's a great audience if you want to feel great about your art. Just show off to 5 and 8 year olds. But when they saw that I had a YouTube channel on my thing, the little boy, he's like, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yep. Do you want to visit it?" And so I gave him my card, and he seemed really excited about that. And
Little sister probably thought it was lame, huh?
no, she was really excited
really?
too. Yeah.
Kids nowadays are like, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel," and they get mad.
That's what makes it important.
Yeah.
Having a YouTube channel. So anyway, all to keep in mind that you never know when there's 5-year-olds watching, and so, I mean, sure, I could get away with saying all sorts of naughty things.
That was the point of your story?
Yeah.
You never know when 5-year-olds are watching.
Exactly.
How about when, you never know when a mom's gonna be watching you as you're showing kids weird pictures in your book.
Also that. Yeah.
And then looking breathless and, whoa! You never know when a 5-year-old is watching. Honestly, if a 5-year-old is watching, I'm sorry, you need to get off right now.
That's not right.
You're 5 years old. Shouldn't you be, like, playing with friends or something?
Shouldn't you be?
I don't have friends, Dad. You made sure of
right.
that when you killed all of them.
We don't talk about that live on the stream, Shane.
Well, they're not live anymore. That was pretty good, I think. Pretty good joke.
It's dad approved.
Good. Because I need approval for my papa.
That was way too much effort to get the slightly larger scissors.
I want to do vlogs on the way, and I don't know how to do vlogs. So I looked it up, and basically it's just a whole bunch of cinematic shots, and that's about it.
On vlogs, don't they usually like talking to the camera? And
Yeah, I can't wait to do that in front of people. Although to be fair,
is that less
I don't
embarrassing than running around with these ridiculous things?
Are you kidding me? This thing, I can pick up so many girls with this. What's that? It's your future. Then you ask them to marry you and get them down on one knee and you say, "Will you play Pac-Man with me?"
It's the traditional method.
And then you have an Atari 64 with you. Not to play Pac-Man, but whatever is on the Atari 64.
There's never an Atari 64. There's a 2600.
I don't really care. Stop correcting me. Yeah, do I need to do like the insides too, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
So use this. Use this smaller one to
Yeah,
get
for the
around
sides.
these ones, right?
I might just have to do that the rest of it.
Well, no, because we need this to last for everything. It's the only little one we have.
Better get me a job in the future, Dad.
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping.
Seven viewers? Oh my
We hit
god.
the big time. Now, not only are we guaranteed to have Donald Glover watching, but probably also Dan Harmon.
Oh, heck yeah. Dan Harmon? I like you more than Donald Glover. I really want to work with you someday, but that's never going to happen. Fucking Rick and Morty make people go insane.
I believe he just signed a thing to do
7 more seasons,
yeah,
right?
so
Yeah.
we'll have 10 seasons by the time.
You know, he's never going to make a Community movie now. I'm pretty sure Pierce is probably dead by now.
Well, we can just have holographic Pierce.
It's true. But I wanted him to, like, in the movie, if they ever do make one, I want him to end up to be alive or something, like running from the government.
Could happen.
Or maybe Hawthorne Wipes was he was secretly purposely embezzling money from his company, or something. Abed is evil Abed because his friends have abandoned him. That show gets darker and darker as it goes.
Yeah. Especially when it gets to the Meow Meow Beans episode. See, that's the. Let me see that. Oh, okay. Yeah, because some of these have rougher texture, so I figure make sure all the rougher texture ones are used on the shields and the smoother ones on the guns, just so we don't have to do weird post-processing unnecessarily.
Where's your microphone? Why not this thing?
I tried hooking it up before, but that was on my laptop. Actually, it's a good reminder. I should see if I can get it working.
I might actually need to go to film school. I don't know. It seems like something you need to do.
Depends on a lot of factors.
But knowing my luck, if I ever do try to get hired at a place, someone with less skill and less direction who actually has gone to college will get the...
That's always a possibility.
I'll become the new Dan Harmon, and I'll show him.
Dan Harmon didn't go to... Dan Harmon didn't go to school.
Like, really? How do you know that? Did you, like, read up on him?
From his podcast.
He has a podcast?
He has 2 podcasts.
What?
It's Harmontown and Whiting Wongs.
Why didn't you tell me this? He's a genius. Has anyone commented yet? Comment, people.
It's not their job.
Talk to my father.
Our job is not to entertain us. Our job is to entertain them.
Now, see, that's what I'm worried about, since we're not talking.
Are you not entertained?
There's probably some kid off in China who's starving right now and watching this, and he's like, man, Josh Foreman really is awesome. Does that make you feel good, Dad?
Thinking about kids starving doesn't generally make me feel
But
good.
Dad, you're feeding them your words.
Oh.
You should be happy. Did someone comment?
Letha saying we're being way too boring.
I'm offended, Alita.
Yeah,
We're gonna come all the way down there and I'm gonna pet your cat very aggressively.
Well,
I don't mean kill it. It's gonna be happy aggressive. Okay. I like your cats. I would never kill it. They're adorable. People always jump to conclusions.
kind of like the way cats always
Jump on all their four legs.
furniture.
Yeah. By the way, if you've ever actually thrown a cat, you know that's not true. They always land or other parts. It's weird that Dan Harmon went from Community to frickin' Rick and Morty.
If you think about it, Rick and Morty is pretty much a Doctor Who parody,
Yeah.
and Doctor Who parody was on
Yeah, I was also
Community.
on
Is
Community.
Doctor Space Time? Is that what he was called on?
I don't know. I should know this because I've just been binge watching it. But
Pretty sure it's Doctor Space Time.
honestly, the 5 people I want to work with at some point in my career: Dan Harmon, Donald Glover, Morgan Freeman. Let's see who else was it? Yeah, I'll think about the other ones. But definitely Morgan Freeman. But he'll probably be dead by the time I'm actually successful enough to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm successful. But
Letha says, just turned in a short story entry for a cat-themed anthology. We'll see if it makes the cut or not. Well, good luck. I didn't realize there were exclusively cat-themed anthologies, although it doesn't surprise me. I suppose there's everything-themed anthologies.
it's an anthology.
Anthology is a collection of stories from various artists, various authors,
Oh.
usually.
Okay. There's a YouTube channel called wait, what was it? Truck TV, I think, where they basically have, I guess it's an anthologies, but they're single episodes, but they like you give them submissions and then they submit one every week of horror content that you made. I feel like that'd be a nice boost. Someone made a really funny one about bad guys and their life as bad guys.
Yeah.
It's really funny and bloody, but really good. It's like him with his girlfriend and his girlfriend like, why aren't you moving up yet?
Like in a crime organization?
Yeah, crime organization. And his name is bad guy number 3. He's like extra. And you don't have a small one if you do have one.
I told you that was the only small one and not to use it all.
I
Now you get to cut these
Yeah.
other ones in half.
Stop to do the second one.
What's up? I know.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to run to the store and spend another $50 on this ridiculous.
Or, hear me out, you could steal it and run. You could vlog the whole thing, that won't get us in trouble. Better know.
I don't want to steal. Let's see. So, how many rolls have you used on that gun so far of the normal sized ones? Wait, these are the ones you're using, right?
Yeah. So I've used one of those, well, not all of it, I think. No, maybe?
About 1.5.
Yeah, about 1.5, and like, if you get, maybe get 2 of them in case.
Gonna need a lot. One way or another.
So you're gonna spray paint this, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I keep going around there.
Most of it's gonna be covered in paint though, so
Yeah, but if there's
Artifacts, like-
different tones, that's gonna make the green be a slightly different tone.
So exciting. Man. At least I can put my name in the credits as prop creation.
Prop creation, editor, special effects.
Partial director. I hope that
Sure,
is.
yeah. Director's credit.
Thank you. And main cinematographer, please. I'll set you as writer because you wrote it.
That's very kind of you.
I know. I'm a great person. Oh god. This is no fun.
No, it's not. Lita says, let's see, it's part of a thing, the Fellowship of Fantasy Writers Group I'm in. They release a couple anthologies a year that people can download for free as a marketing thing. So if people read my short story and are like, wow, that author's great, and then they buy all my books, though usually I think they think, wow, that author sucks. Stay away.
That's a spirit.
You know, it's probably a mix. As in all things. I had someone subscribe to my YouTube channel the other day, and then they left a comment on one of my videos that said, "You have the gayest hair, LOL."
Oh my gosh, he's me.
Could have been.
Wait, what was the guy's name?
I don't remember.
Did you respond? Thank you.
That's exactly what I responded. It's the only appropriate response to a comment like that.
See, even my comments on my, like, Rust videos are better than that. I barely ever get called gay, except in game. Okay, like, my fans are happy with me. They like me, okay? Generally. Except in one instance where a guy would aggressively hunt me down in every game I've ever played and kill me and destroy my base.
Those sound very friendly.
I got it on video once. He was just slamming me in my base. He was like, I was inside my base, and he was like, "Your content sucks. All you do is scream." Like it's every YouTuber that's ever played Rust. It's because this game is rage-inducing because of you. Try to escape from Tarkov. I hate that game too now. I mean, I don't hate it. It's a good game. It's just like it's connection issues and.
What is that one about?
It's a PvP game, but it's realistic combat and it's set in. They're making it open world at some point. I think it's really good. I mean, from a standpoint, like from other people's standpoint. From mine, it's like too much.
Too much what?
Effort. You should have responded, "I'm only gay for women."
I just assume he's meaning colorful and bright and happy.
So he's got you just to say that, or?
I mean, you don't need to subscribe to leave a comment. It's just a funny combo.
Your hair is so gay. Stop using gay as an insult.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I just assumed it wasn't an insult. I assumed he meant it's traditional
Obviously,
meaning.
you thought it was an insult, though, if you're telling the story.
I thought it was a funny combo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Van Morda. Someday. I mean, the good thing about Nightbot piping in over and over to tell me that I did a bad job at programming it
Wait,
is that I
Nightbot?
keep getting reminded to program it. Yeah, Nightbot is like a external plugin app or whatever where you have it pop in and share links and stuff like that.
Oh, you need to program them?
Program is probably
Mostly just
too
scripted. It's not-
technical a word for it.
Yeah, no. All you have to do is put in some links and.
Just make sure that you've clicked the right buttons mostly, which, as you know,
You're
is
terrible.
my
at that.
Achilles.
That's why there's a line in it about you messing up and me fixing everything.
Yeah.
Only I was around before I was born, Dad. I could have told you it was a mistake.
Yeah, a great time saver.
I'll have to waste 18 years. Listen, Dad, you wasted my time too, okay?
It's a dad's job.
Oh my god, I'm almost done with this one. I can smell the half victory already. This is good enough, right? Like,
I don't want to cover all these joints that have the color sticking out.
Ah!
Either that or you're going to be going into the video and like masking out every frame around areas. I don't think you want to do that.
Is there something else I can do? Because this is too... No, it's not time absorbing. I have all the time in the world, which is painful.
Tell me about it. I was up all night doing it.
Isn't there a better way of doing this? Like, is it like foam or...
I thought about a couple different options. I thought
like styrofoam? We could have done styrofoam.
Styrofoam would break instantly.
Or harden it with glue or something.
Still,
Wood? We could have used wood. I think it would have been better to use wood, actually.
it's super heavy, and also it would still have the same issue of having brights and shadows on it without the wrapping. The whole point of the wrapping is it makes the darkest point to the lightest point as even as possible.
So I need to make it smooth, like a baby's bottom. It's a weird expression.
The baby's bottom inside Norman Reedus's stomach.
That's weird. Oh yeah, wait a second. Yeah, that thing.
Giving the thumbs up.
Hmm?
Giving the thumbs up. Did you see that part?
No.
In the trailer, it starts going down his throat, and then it shows inside his stomach, and you just see a little baby butt, and then the baby like flips around, and he's sucking on his thumb, and he pulls out his thumb. Gives a thumbs up. It's pretty redonk.
I'm sure Norman Reedus doesn't have any idea about anything that's actually... He's gonna play the game like, what the hell? Why? Why? What am I, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Huh? There was a movie where he got pregnant, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is really annoying, because now you're worrying me. I don't want to mask out all this crap. I don't know how to fix it and make it look better than this, honestly. Like, it's just... It can have different colors in it, right? Like, there can be different shades of whatever color we're going to use for this.
For shades, we're gonna have to do, like, if we
No, but you can make it an artistic thing.
spend the time.
You can make an artistic thing and make it so, like, you purposely discolor it in some places.
You're being lazy, and you're gonna cause more work for yourself down the road.
Well, it's not trying to be lazy, it's that this thing is freaking annoying. No, that's not what it is. I'm saying, like, legit, I don't know what I'm doing. Like that. It looks just as bad as mine.
Yeah. All that matters is that we have an even textured surface over the whole thing.
Even texture?
Yes. Did you not hear me talking about the difference between the darkest and the lightest
I
part?
know that, but, like, you're saying all these lines here? Like, the tape lines?
Yeah, so you minimize those, but, I mean, obviously they're going to happen. Just try your best to make them not happen. For you upmost, what am I making? We are making props for a sci-fi movie we're going to be filming over the next couple weeks. We're going on a road trip all around the western United States, and we're going to a bunch of national parks and stuff, and we're going to be pretending to be fighting space invaders that are attacking us.
We're gonna go to what is it? What is it? Area 51. We're gonna go past gates. We're gonna get shot by snipers, and we're gonna record the whole thing, just for you guys.
Probably not gonna do that part.
Can we go to the sign though, where it says? Because like there's people called Goonies that watch over it. But
Probably.
Public nickname. So we'll have to be careful, and we can't really get stopped because well, what will the police do? Let's be honest. If we call about being harassed by a bunch of guys in big ghillie suits aiming sniper rifles at us, what are the cops going to do?
I'm sure the police in that area are used to being called in to get nosy people
Like us?
out of there.
I mean, we're not going to put a drone past there, but you know, we're gonna. Although that actually might be a new security threat for them now.
Oh, definitely.
We've got to take that into account. I just thought about that. People with drones just hanging out. I bet you they have snipers just aiming at the drones and shooting them down. Probably not, but you never know. Our government's weird.
Every government has its secrets. Aliens are probably not one of them, because if they were, pretty certain that Trump would have tweeted about it by now.
I need to tell you about these aliens. They keep trying to get into the country illegally. That's why I'm building a gigantic space wall.
Exactly.
I will cover all of the earth in a big wall. You're slowly gaining viewer by viewer.
We're up to 9.
Wait.
Woo!
Oh yeah, what's the most viewers you've ever had, Father?
I had like 30 something at some point.
Why? How?
I don't know. Creating compelling content like this where you just wrap a thing.
They're having fun.
Yep, so much fun.
Where's it?
Am I able to say what this specific prop is that I'm making? Yeah, so this one here is an arm cannon, and so we're going to hold it like so, and pretend to shoot, and then with special effects we're going to select the color that we're wrapping it in. Well, we're going to wrap it in this beige color because that's all that I could find. We're going to spray paint that fluorescent green, and then in the video editing software we select that color green, and then we could replace everything you see this prop as with cool like video holographic effect.
I keep needing to look up that freaking video Copilot thing. Not Copilot,
One of them.
Film Riot. I think it might be by Video Copilot that they're advertising it for. It surprises me that Dan Harmon was having a hard time trying to keep his show afloat for Rick and Morty, which is like one of the most popular animated TV shows now.
I imagine a lot of it is trying to make sure that you get the best deal that you can out of the network.
Yeah,
Alright, so we're out of tape, which means we got halfway on, not even halfway, because we still have a whole nother shield and 95% of the other gun. Crap, this is getting expensive. So expensive. But it has to be wrapped tonight because we have to paint it tonight, because I have to put the add the other parts tomorrow because that's the last day before our trip. Okay, I'm gonna run to the store. First, before I do that, I'm gonna prep this thing for painting. This is gonna be the alien artifact that we find that zaps us into the other dimensions.
How does it work? Is there a little light in there?
So it's got this little thing.
Oh, that's
So I'm
kind
gonna,
of cool, actually.
I'm gonna paint most of it silver, and then these are not going in. Most of it's silver. There's just gonna be like a strip where you'll be able to see the light pulsing in there. Yeah, so I'm gonna use painter's tape to block off the area that I want to be clear. Oh, hey Shin, can you bring me that bag of googly eyes that's on the couch?
Yes.
Advanced edge lock. Oh man, this is so advanced. This tape, you guys, it's incredible. Thank you.
Estimated time we're leaving?
Probably about 10 minutes or so. Not getting it perfectly clean, but this prop is, I mean, supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, like pretty cheesy, so I don't mind if it's a little sloppy, especially given our time constraints.
How are we going to store all this? Do we have like little bags to hang on the side of the car? Or...
Well, got the whole back of the car.
Will we just move all the stuff underneath the car at night?
No, move it up to the front seats. Magic Penguin asks, is that the Flux Hyperdrive for your anime ship? Pretty close. Pretty close. It's not anime, it's a classic arcade video game ship. And it's not a flux capacitor, it's a trans-dimensional rift opener. But it's pretty close.
You can see the new gameplay for Steampunk?
Nope.
Seems like a game you'd like. It's like a mix of The Witcher and some other game I've got. Oh, The Witcher and Deus Ex. Might be made by the guys who made The Witcher, actually.
No, they're making, unless they're making multiple games now, but they're making that, oh, did you mean Cyberpunk? Not
Yes.
Steampunk. Okay, yeah.
Are they making Cyberpunk? I'm excited for that one.
Cyberpunk 2077 or something.
That one was like revealed 4 years ago, I think.
Just last year.
No, there was a trailer for it 4 years ago.
Oh, are these not sticky eyes? Dang it. I really need round stickies that I can put on here.
Super cool. Wait, are those eyes? Are you purposely putting eyes on it?
No, I just need to block the paint, and then after I paint it, I pull it off, and then you'll have the clear underneath.
I'm sure you can peel off super glue though, right?
Well, super glue will make it cloudy. Hot glue might
Oh, that's what I meant.
peel off. What other option is there?
Those things in
I
the
have spray
those metal
adhesive.
those metal pipe things in there, you could like glue on a bit maybe.
Oh, look at this one. Probably block off too much.
You can paint around it again. You guys can't hear me eating, right? No, okay. I'll make it extra grotesque and loud. No.
Oh, wait.
Yummy.
The whole fixative is not blue. I just need round, like, price tag size stickers. I guess I'll just try hot glue. Hope for the best. I guess worst case scenario, I can't pull it off, and then I just have these round bits on there. BJ Baki says, so annoying when the right things are not right there, right when you need them. I agree. I am annoyed. Especially annoyed because I only got 2 hours of sleep, but that's probably the bigger part. My current feelings of annoyance. Also, how much I'm spending on these ridiculous things.
And if you just stall it like I suggested. You'd always cut a hole in it and then put glass over it.
Putting a hole in plastic like this is super annoyingly difficult. I'd like to avoid that, if at all possible.
Can we get a police siren and put it on the top of our car?
We can put this on top of our car.
And then get pulled over immediately.
The other thing I wanted to do.
This is a really comfortable cloth. What is it?
It's curtain.
It's a nice curtain. Kind of warm.
Add a little bit of design element tape, because why not?
I'm sorry.
And I get to run to the store again and buy more gauze. I can't believe how much it's taking.
What?
I need to run to the store and buy more gauze. Look at this thing took like 3 rolls, and that took another 3
Why are you
rolls.
using that? I don't understand what it's for.
It has to be a very consistent tone and color, and then I'm going to spray paint it with the green spray
Oh.
paint, and then so that when we have it, we can select that video, that color in the video, and put our special effects over it.
What store are you going?
drugstore.
Are you okay, Mom?
Well, I
Trying to
have.
think what
I have to.
drugstores are
I
even
need
around
to
here.
eat, and I haven't eaten, and now I'm like too tired to eat. Too hungry to go find something new.
Too injured for me slamming a door against you?
Mm-hmm.
We should really have like a little sign there or something.
Or just maybe.
Occupied.
Ghosts.
Huh?
Man, the whole family together.
I'll leave this
again.
as hi, Heather.
Are you streaming?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
jeez.
just really embarrassed yourself, Mom.
Good thing I didn't say
No,
anything embarrassing.
Don't worry, I embarrass myself all the time in front of this 8 people or whatever watching.
You embarrass me all the time too.
I'm fine with that though.
Hi, Aletha.
I
Did I
embarrass
say
everyone.
hi? See, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm alive.
Today on the school bus, the bus driver let me talk on his megaphone.
Oh.
So I did
That's
the tour
so
guide. I did
awesome.
the tour guide.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it was great.
Did anyone
I
video
did
it?
some, yeah.
Remember right when I did that
Regretfully.
at Disneyland on the Indiana Jones ride?
You did that?
Yeah. I got the, because there's one seat that has the steering wheel. And so
I
I was
did.
pretending to give a tour.
I did, when I was at Disneyland with Josie, some reason the Indiana Jones ride, it just like kept breaking down, but we were in it, and it stopped
Mhm.
right when he was like hanging from the rope, you know?
Yeah.
Touch his boot.
And I somehow managed, it just got quiet, like, vroom, right? Because everything, the sound, everything just stopped. And I did the whole, like, Indy! Like, it was, like, the right pitch, though, too. And how she's, like, always screaming. And then people laughed. And then it was, like, funny. But, yeah,
That was the best moment of your life.
No, it was, like, one of them, yeah.
Honey,
was-
a magic penguin
Forget your
claims that
wedding.
you're the coolest.
Forget your wedding, Mom.
Facebook showed me this memory thing of, like, God, it was probably, like, 8 years ago, whatever. But I'm like, I just got 14 shots along my spine to help PT. I was like, oh, man, I've had some good times.
Let's see,
Oh,
good times with giant needles.
that should not be there.
Yeah.
This is a garden. I was actually wondering what that was.
The whole, oh my gosh, at the assembly today for the moving up assembly, it was like a talent show mixed with an assembly, and there was this
Yeah.
girl that wrote her own song about a garden. It was so bad. She was like singing about a garden and how she's growing out of the garden and how water makes her float, and I'm like, what?
Well,
To be fair, you have to be incredibly intelligent to understand her poetry.
Oh yeah, obviously.
you've learned something very important about who needs IQ tests. Just throw out some poetry and see if
The waves shine upon the glistening ocean. It doesn't make sense, but it's poetry.
I'm
The sun shines
a flower.
on the moon.
The end.
flower petals
That's
float
good.
upon the ocean waves.
That might have been a haiku.
God is a real power. God,
Yeah, that's no longer a haiku.
Jesus. My name is Donald Trump.
I accidentally said the F word at church last night.
Hmm.
So like Kurt and
Don't worry, I say that
it
by
was
accident.
like, it was like to Roger Maddox and gosh, what Batterman, John Batterman, who's like 10 yells, uncle.
At least he didn't pull a me where like I think it was like a month ago some elementary school we're visiting and like my friend punched me really hard in the
Ew.
shoulder, so I just screamed the F word really loudly, and this like 4 little kids just walked by and looked at me, and it was the best moment of my life.
And it was the worst of theirs so far.
You missed my fun story about the doctor's office where 2 little kids came up and I was showing them my sketchbook and they kept asking questions about it. It was really cute.
That's cute.
I gave them my YouTube channel card. When one of the kids found out I had a YouTube channel, he was like, "Oh, can I?"
Like how old?
The boy was like 5, I want to say, and the girl was probably 9 or 10.
Oh.
I think their parent was in an appointment, and they were just like in the waiting room, just hanging out.
Oh man, I'm supposed to be doing Google
These are yours. I stole some of them. You'll get most of them back.
I was gonna say something. Oh, I want to do a tour. I really want to. If we ever move down to California, I know the job I want.
What is?
I want to
Tour
do
guide?
a tour guide
Okay, I'll join you.
for Paramount
Yeah.
or what's the other one? I'm totally forgetting it right
Jungle
now.
Cruise
Not
Ride?
Universal Studios, but the other. I don't know, whatever. But then, or
Oh, not
Jungle
Farm?
Cruise.
Jungle Cruise
I
would
could
be
do
pretty
the
good.
Jungle Cruise. Oh
I
my
could
god.
do the Jungle Cruise, Mom.
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't think you're all audience approved.
Are you kidding me?
You have to,
I
to be
would-
sensitive and adapt to like your surroundings and people.
Read the room.
Feel the mood.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
You need to read a room.
Read
like
the
play
boat,
room.
yo.
Don't hate the player, just hate the game. I don't know.
Is that Taylor?
All right, you
Sounds like a
guys.
Taylor
I've got to
Forever.
sign off and go get more
Bye,
stuff.
guys.
Probably won't stream the rest of this process because it's just super ultra boring.
We love you.
But I might stream some tomorrow when we're doing the final touches on these things that will look a little cooler. And you guys can see what this prop will look like after it's painted better. So, yeah. All right.
Say you love them.
Ah,
Mom! Mom!
God.